ElectraCast.
The PC gave us computing power at home, the internet connected us, and mobile let us do it pretty much anywhere. Now generative AI lets us communicate with technology in our own language using our own senses. But figuring it all out when you're living through it is a totally different story. Welcome to Leading the Shift, a new podcast from Microsoft Azure. I'm your host, Susan Ettlinger. In each episode, leaders will share what they're learning to help you navigate all this change with confidence. Please join us. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to NASA Daily, where we bring you all of NASA's previous day's proceedings in 4 minutes or less. In today's episode, we bring you NASA's activities for May 28, 2025.
Today, NASA and the European Space Agency released a stunning new image from the Hubble Space Telescope. It shows a distant red arc of light, which is actually a remote galaxy whose light has been bent and magnified by the gravity of a closer elliptical galaxy in front of it. This alignment creates what's known as a partial Einstein ring, a rare and beautiful effect caused by gravitational lensing. The foreground galaxy lies about 2.7 billion light-years away, while the red arc represents a galaxy seen as it was 11 billion years ago. A third galaxy appears to intersect the ring. This remarkable discovery was first identified by a citizen scientist through the Space Warps project. Meanwhile, aboard the International Space Station, the Expedition 73 crew focused on biology, maintenance, and Earth observation. Two NASA astronauts, Johnny Kim and Nicole Ayers, ran a study on how long-term spaceflight affects vision. They conducted a Cypher retinal response test, measuring how eyes adapt to microgravity. Electrodes were placed on Kim's face while Ayers operated the hardware. Kim later collected urine samples and swapped incubators in Columbus. Ayers replaced orbital plumbing equipment in Tranquility to maintain water purification. The station commander, Takuya Onishi, continued his work on cellular immunity, processing blood samples to study how spaceflight stress affects the immune system. He also maintained a carbon dioxide removal device that helps generate oxygen. Elsewhere on the station, one astronaut, Anne McLean, serviced the Colbert treadmill, cleaning and greasing parts and measuring sound levels. She later worked on preparing spacesuit gear in the airlock. Earth observation activities also took place. Alexei Zubritsky photographed islands and coastlines in the Pacific region. Sergei Ryzhikov deactivated ultraviolet imaging hardware focused on Earth's night atmosphere. Kirill Peskov completed inspections and training on the European robotic arm, used for maneuvering hardware on the station's Russian segment. On the ground, NASA and private company VAST tested the air filtration system for the upcoming Haven 1 commercial space station, marking progress toward future commercial stations in orbit. Students are gaining hands-on experience through the Sunrise Ground Radio Lab, building radio telescopes to study solar bursts that affect communications on Earth. NASA expert Emily Ferfaro highlighted the challenges of microgravity research, from floating objects to air currents, and how scientists use clever solutions like Velcro and glove boxes. NASA's Psyche spacecraft switched to a backup fuel line after a valve issue, keeping its mission on track to reach its asteroid target in 2029. Scientists are puzzled by a star discovered by NASA's Chandra Observatory, which emits radio and X-ray bursts every 44 minutes. This unusual object may be a rare magnetic white dwarf, challenging current stellar models. Finally, NASA powered on the Artemis 3 Orion crew module for the first time. Testing will continue before it's integrated with its service module in 2026, paving the way for astronauts' return to the moon. Those were the key activities for NASA on May 28, 2025.
Subscribe to receive daily or rate or review so others can find us as well. Thanks for tuning into NASA Daily. This has been an ElectraCast Media production. Executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson. Produced and edited by Hannah Riggs. Music by Amir Meyer-Salale. I say.
ElectraCast.